Alright, made it back to the creek that we were fishing at a few days ago. I just tried to make a video at the lake, but nothing was biting at the lake. I went to a few different spots, cast it in a whole bunch of times. I couldn't get absolutely nothing. The vehicle I have that transports my boat and my kayak is down for the count right now. So bank fishing has really been my only option lately. The water actually looks like it's a little bit higher than it's been the past couple times I've been here, which is good, help us stay out of some snags. But yeah, I was at the lake and was trying to get a bite. I couldn't keep anything interested in my lures, so came here. There's a fish. First cast. Nice, green sunfish. Nice size one too. Oh yeah, the water running through here is a little bit chilly, so that is definitely gonna work in our favor. Accidentally got him in the dirt there, but first fish of the day. It's pretty good. First cast. Let's see if we can do that again. I know they got some decent sized bass in here. Hooked onto one of them one of the times I was here, but he spit the hook and he was actually a pretty decent bass. They got a whole bunch of long ear sunfish, green sunfish, a little bit of bass in here, some bluegill. Let's come down here a little bit. There's a fish, second fish. It feels a little bit smaller. Definitely a little bit smaller. He's not even pulling any drag. Yeah, look how tiny this guy is. Little itsy bitsy green sunfish. Little tiny guy. Now I want to get back out on the lake, on the kayak and on the boat, and be able to get to some better spots, but until that car gets fixed, that is not gonna happen. Oh, it gets a little bit deeper right out there. It's probably like 7 or 8 feet deep here. I changed the settings on my camera. I was filming at 4K 60 on my last video, but I'm only filming at 4K 30 on this one. Wow, we casted that right in front of a fish, and he took it right. I mean, this is the very second it hit the water, he grabbed it. Yep, green sunfish, there he is. Not as good as the first one, but man, I mean, literally the very second this hit the water, he took a strike at it. These fish are kind of cold, a little chilly. We had some rain the other day, and man, I think it really cooled the water down. It's not so hot. We got, let's see how well you guys will be able to see this. We got the creek right here that runs through, brings all that oxygen and food down here. This is a really good spot. Ooh, that's a better fish. Oh, we lost him. Dang it. Yeah, that was actually a pretty decent size. I could feel him fighting pretty darn hard on the end of the rod. They're biting really good right now. I was at the lake, I couldn't catch nothing. But come to a little bit of moving water and things change. Let's see what else wants to bite here. Oh, nope, missed that one. Felt like a little tiny one. Oh, another one. Another one just pecking away. There we go. Feels like another small one. Yeah, little guy. Just a little peewee. Oh wow, look, he's got an ant in his mouth. You guys see that? He's got an ant that he was eating. That's cool. Little anteaters. Yeah, I'm sure the rain that we've had lately has just been washing all sorts of bugs down into here. Yeah, these dangly tails, I'll have to get a good video of it sometime, but the dangly tails that I use, they look just like when you put them in the water and jig with them and swim with them a little bit, they look just like little minnows. At least in my opinion, they do. Yeah, we got the black and gold dangly tail. Yeah, it could be a little bit more in the light. Black and gold dangly tail. Just like always, I got another rod too that we're gonna toss in here in a second. I think it'll be a little bit easier to keep the line out of some snags with that one. I'm actually gonna try it after this cast. Okay, we're going on a Berkley Power Nymph. When I was trying it at the lake we were at a few minutes ago, kind of got it snagged and warped out of place a little bit, but I think this is going to do really well. But let's not judge it until we try and see if it proves me right. There it goes. That's not a bad one. That is not a bad one at all. Oh, chunky guys. They're short, but look at the chunk on that. I'm gonna lower this down just a tad. Just a couple inches. There we go. Because I know it's like it's all rocky right here in front of us, but it drops off into a real deep hole right here, and then that hole kind of continues out by that bridge, and then it kind of slopes back up after that bridge. Oh, oops. I don't want to tie on a whole new jig. I just want a new nymph. Or you know what would probably do really well? Is one of these. Because they stretch instead of rip. Oops. Need that. Okay, let's just trim this up a little bit to where we like it. I take the eyes off. That's the rig. Definitely didn't do the best job at hooking it up, but it's all good. Let's see how well that works. They shouldn't be able to tear this because it's a Lastech, so we got something. First cast with it. Oh, and he spit it. It's a bad thing about not super gluing these, and I got some super glue, I just don't want to have to wait for it to dry. Bad thing about not super gluing them is they tend to twist. You got to readjust after you catch a fish, which that's fine. We're not lazy, we can do it. I'm gonna see if I can get this hooked a little bit better so it won't just twist as bad. There we go, that seems a little bit better. Still pretty ugly, but should work. Something's running with it. Yep, there we go. Seems pretty small, but a little bit more decent than the last couple. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh wow, he ate that one deep. He ate that one pretty darn deep. Oh. Come on, I'm trying to give you some camera time here. I'm hoping that we can get onto some bass. I know they're in here. I've hooked onto a few of them. Not today, obviously, but in the past. There we go, we got one. He's fighting a little bit better. He's actually running right at us. Yeah, that's a decent one. Cool. Skadoosh. Alright. I have had this in the arsenal for quite some time, and I have yet to try these out. And they've been in my pre-made jig box for, like I said, quite a while. But I haven't really had an opportunity where I thought they would work very well. So we are going to try it out right now. Let's see, I can't even really remember the name of it. Casts pretty well. I think those are made by Strike King, but I could be wrong. I got a little bit lighter of a jig head on here too. So it shouldn't sink so fast to where we're getting snagged every 3 seconds. And it looks really good in the water. I don't even think you guys are going to be able to see that, but it looks really freaking Really juicy for a small creek fish. It's like a little bug, it looks like. And the sun is coming up a little bit more. And the bite is kind of dying off a little bit. But that was a good cast. There we go. First fish on the little grub bug. Little guy, but nice. I wasn't sure how well these were gonna work or not. It's smaller than what we've been using. It's not as long as the dangly tail, and it's not as thick as the Larva Z. It's not as long as the dangly tail, and it's not as thick as the Larva Z. So it seems like they're able to get it in their mouths a lot quicker. Little fish are coming up and biting my line. Bite my lure. This is a feeder creek to the river. And this creek's been here for a long time, and over the years, little flatheads about this big have worked their way in. I've caught in one of them. I got a video on my YouTube channel of that. I got some pictures of them. But over the years, those little, 10, 11, 12-inch flatheads have worked their way into the creek, and sometimes you hook onto them and they are really fun to catch. What is this? What kind of fish is that? It's dead. It's moving. Look at that. What kind of fish is that? It's a catfish, obviously. There's its little whiskers. Look at that. I think that's a little baby catfish. Doesn't seem to be doing too good though. See him? He's not doing great. He must have got attacked or got some sort of disease. I don't know. Little baby catfish, wouldn't you know? There's a fish. It feels like a better one. Oh, it's a bass. Let's try to keep him hooked. Sweet. All right. Man, that one looks good. I knew there was bass in this creek. Look how chunky he is. Like, look how fat he is. There's just nothing but food in here. Nice. All right. I knew there was bass in here. Got one.